This little bubble. Ever want to be a farmer? Well, you should. It's honest work, satisfying, and I'm being forced to say this against my will because this lady in Mayor Merritt found me washed up on her island and told me,
if you don't become this town's farmer, which we drastically need, I'll throw you back into the whirlpool which spat you out of the ocean.
So, convinced by her kind words, and because my boat got annihilated by the whirlpools surrounding this island, which means I no longer have a way off the island, I accepted her offer and became a farmer of the island, Azoria, a place of friendship, magic, and potential. I spent days 1 to 4 setting up camp, being shown the ropes by the townspeople, and avoiding as much honest work as possible, but to be specific, I helped the local fisherman Eddie feed the town, got a critter catching net from Mel, hands down one of the most important items. Yay! Cooked a hot meal for the wizard, Alaric, and got a magic-imbued staff from him, which I used to destroy some evil-looking thorns. Who knows how many ecosystems I just destroyed. Visited the tavern's owner, Frida, who basically told me I can get laid if I want to, and talked to Argyle the cutie, who is, in my professional opinion, a cutie. I also gave my farm some more personality. Yeah. On day 5, I had a chat with Eddie's sisters who run a farm, and I bought a chicken from them. Gosh dang, these things are cute! Then I met the most fearless adventurer in all of Azoria, Cleo, who told me, I like your guts, but I need you to prove you got what it takes, and if you do, I'll give you the keys to the saltwater mines. It's where the money can be made if you get my drift. I also got a cottontail named Tootie, and I forgot to harvest my turnips. But don't worry, I'm a professional at getting my foot broken. Day 6 was when I realized, oh, my turnips, they're grown. So I harvested them. Then I proved to Cleo that I was indeed the savior the gods had sent, accepted a ton of side quests, and entered the mines. And then I tried staying in the mines until midnight, and it turns out no matter where you are on the map, or any dimension, you will always go back home at 12 a.m. Now this is important, so listen up. Each mining area has a mechanic of sorts, and for saltwater, you had to find these pressure plates to unlock the next door. Or you can place seals and unlock them right away. Said seals also let you teleport to any given level as long as that level has a seal which you've placed. Alright, let's get back to me telling you the next 94 of these days. On day 7, I attended to my fuzzy buddy Wuddies in the morning and collected their juicy goods, talked with Alaric again, and found out the jumbles are actually, quote, leftover things that nobody wants, brought to life by magic. They get bored and angry, and sometimes they even attack people. Sheesh. End quote. Sorry, sheesh was not in there. Then I placed a seal maker, made some seals, met Drac the trainer who I hope doesn't charge by the hour, we'll find out, and then mined and smashed my way through the lower levels of saltwater. And yes, that type of smash. Also, I don't know if I want to announce it every time, but this orange ore is copper and this darker one is coal, and there will be plenty of ores throughout the rest of this video. On day 8, I made my first few copper ingots, and as sole owner of the farm, I made the executive decision to upgrade my sad normal pickaxe to a copper one. Oh baby. Turns out I also have a storage shed. This thing causes me a lot of grief later. Then I went mining some more and placed a few seals. But that's when I realized, if jumbles are just discarded items, then doesn't that mean we, the Azorians, are the ones bestowing upon them this fate? Doesn't that mean I'm technically the bad guy? Oh, yeah, I also sold snails into a snail collector's pocket. Yeah, that's what we'll call it. And found out that citron is used to make higher tier seals, which can be used to secure and teleport to higher levels of saltwater mine. There are different levels of seals, there are different levels of ores, and there are different levels of jewels, and those different levels, all mixed and matched, can help you reach higher levels of mines. Yeah. Day 9. Special day. I tried dying. Left a bit of a bad taste in my mouth, but there weren't any major negatives to it in terms of losing items, so that's kind of good to know. Then I had a faint memory of Mayor Merritt hiring me to be a farmer, so I planted some more crops. And drumroll for day 10 because we found new crafting stations. Yeah, okay, that's it. Day 11 was actually kind of exciting because we found a rather interesting swimming spot. Oh my gosh, a pink frog, a new jumble type, the sinker, iron ore, and an upgrade to our backpack, which I will happily take. Day 12 was all about that food. Oh, so many recipes unlocked. But I gotta start with fish fillets because I love sashimi. And because I haven't unlocked any other recipes yet. But besides that fact, yes, new food. Day 13 was raining, it's pouring, I don't know the rest of the lyrics. But I did buy some more chigus and I tried to breed them. I need to head back and register to my coop before trying to bring them back to breed though. The reason I wanted to breed them was because animals have happiness meters of 3, and when they breed, their kid comes back with a happiness meter potential just a bit higher than the parents. For example, if I bred an animal that had a happiness meter of 3, the kid would come back with 4. After the breeding shenanigans, I polished some gems for potential profit and then mined for the rest of the day. Day 14, I woke up and realized, wow, my house has like nothing in it, so I pizzazzed it up a bit, and it turns out that decorating your house raises your stats like health, stamina, and mana. which I think is nice rather than it just being pure aesthetic.
Day 15 was another of grinding. With a new upgrade to my pickaxe, I put jumbles and ore to the blade, and found myself before a mysterious locked door on floor 15.
Huh. Oh, fun thing, tools get magical abilities which get stronger the higher the tier, and iron is when said abilities manifest. I got my first baby Chiku on day 16. His name is Emernak. I love Emernak. He's just friggin' adorable. Love him with me. And I also built a loom so I could take advantage of the goodies I got from my cottontails, which if you haven't noticed are the little rabbit sheep looking guys. And if I haven't mentioned them, it's because they're not as cute as Emernak. Day 17 was a bit of a doozy, alright? I finished a quest from Aspen, the carpenter, who had told me to decorate my minimalistic house so all of Azoria's property values could rise. He's very rude, I don't like Aspen. Made some drinks that would put the Kool-Aid man to shame, went north because winter was coming and I still didn't have a queen, but it turns out staying in the cold for even a little bit can harm the body, unlike some specific examples. But besides that, I talked to August, the Jolly Wally chef, and made him some tea. However, I found the quest that would haunt my dreams because I can never find the footage of me accepting the quest, and that's important because I skimmed her, Rosalind, useful dialogue instead of reading it, and to this day I'll admit I have never finished Rosalind's quest. Flops. Flops. Red. White flowers. Pink? How do you make pink flowers? Day 18 came with the arrival of the produce stand, which let me sell items a few steps away from home rather than walking into town. Sadly, Emernak grew up, but in my heart, he's still freaking cute. We also came across a big brain frog because I just can't even explain it. Okay, you know what? You win. You get to live, buddy. What the heck? Day 19, I placed a seal onto a structure next to my house, and it turns out there are teleport seals all around the map, which I love because being not lazy, but efficient is always welcome. I then explored the spooky forest to the right of my house. Very spooky indeed. There was some fog. It was very dark. Very spooky. After that, I went past the locked door on floor 15 of Saltwater because I don't answer to Cleo, and she didn't believe in me. Why would I listen to her? While I was down there, I found a new enemy. Holy cannonballs is what this jumbo probably fires. No, my mind wasn't wandering. On day 20, I made sure my furniture was facing the right direction. I also told Emernak to make an amazing batch of Emernak Juniors and to find the right one because I wasn't going to help him with child support if things went wrong. But I'm vouching for Emernak, alright? I love him. He's my baby. I also utilized the axe ability now that I can plant trees where I want, placed a seal in the West Town Way Shrine and used it for the first time and patted myself on the back for a productive day. Also, if you're wondering, yes, you can snap your line when you're fishing, and it scared the crap out of me when I first tried it. Day 21 started with me upgrading my house and contemplating the integrity of the Azorians since anyone could steal the items I place on the selling tables. And I mean anyone. Look, these things aren't strapped down. Besides the fact that they help create jumbles, Azorians are pretty good people. After that, I found a semi-secret area in the saltwater mines. No special finds though, so I continued on and discovered a queen bee, which are useful for beekeeping. Who would have thought? On my way to the mines, I found a rather, disillusioned Bjorn, the son of Frida, or a son of Frida, and decided to help him out. Once I made it past Bjorn, I found Topaz in saltwater, which would be instrumental in conquering the saltwater mines itself. Also, isn't the game technically Souls-like since the jumbles don't pause when I pause the game? Right? Food for thought? No? Okay. Most importantly though, we reached the lowest floor of the saltwater mines and met Neppy, the sprite who dwelt within saltwater and the one who made the whirlpools that wrecked my boat. Better watch your back, Neppy, because if not, I'm gonna make you into a dragonair. They asked for a hearty meal, one that we would deliver on. Better watch your back, Neppy. I'm gonna make you into a dragonair any day. Day 22, I harvested some magical beans, which I got from putting magical fertilizer on my beans. I guess it's in the name, isn't it? This process can be applied to all quote-unquote standard crops, which can be planted and grown yearly. However, you can get the magical version of a standard crop, which can only be grown in the season you found it. For example, if I got these magical beans during spring, I can only grow them during spring, and they only grow during spring. After that rather small harvest, I upgraded my fishing pole, and holy crap, sardines are huge. Can they really get this big in real life? And then I upgraded all my tools to iron. Yay! Day 23 began with a notification telling me that Emernak's kid had been born, so I let him rest a bit and sent Tootie, my cottontail, to the breeder. Then I walked into town and found that Mayor Merritt had a flower quest for me, which was literally just to increase my property value by placing down some flowers. I don't think these people like my house and the land it sits on very much. I also got the rancher's skirt outfit from Millie, this fashionable young lady, and used the scythe spell, which was pretty much what I expected, but was still nice to see. I tried the shovel spell on day 24, which is completely different to all the other tool spells, and might I add, a little satisfying. I also broke the game's camera a bit. You can call me a playtester. Day 25, I upgraded my house to have an attic, which I will definitely, for sure, maybe one day, use. I then planned for my future domination of Azoria. Can I like streamline all this and just make it so that the magic does it all for me and then I can enslave the animals and whatnot? No, too dark? Okay. And started by doing some combat training. Day 26 was pretty normal, right? But then, I got a letter from Argyle stating that they wanted to go on a date with me. So, sensing that Argyle was indeed interested in me, I put on my best outfit, won't lie, it is my best one, and went on a date with them. Turns out they love frogs. Cute. But not as cute as you. Then I questioned my relationship with Argyle because they didn't compliment me at all. Argyle, why are you doing this to me? Oh, I need to get back. Emily, my spring peeper frog, needs her tummy rubs. We can just sit here and enjoy this. This is actually really, really cute. But Argyle, do you like my dress? I'm never going on a date with you again. You didn't compliment me on my dress. I worked really hard on putting this dress on and my makeup. Look at it. My makeup. Worked really hard. Day 27 was all about cleaning up my property and the gardening bench, which would let me turn crops into seeds and then replant them so I could live off the grid and not be dependent on holly. Also, I got some asparagus. You know, in the farming business, I'm one of the best. Day 28 is when I figured I should probably feed my pet dragonair, Neppy, so I finally brought it the meal it had asked for. Turns out Neppy held the key to plenty of side quests because after feeding it, I got access to tons of what are called friend quests, many of which are just fetch quests. They might just be using me if I'm being honest. Here's a list of people that I ran into. Cleo, Mayor Merritt, Alaric, Drac, Rita, and Jack. We're flirting. Gosh dang it, Jack. I had high hopes for you. Gosh dang it, Jack. You want moon moths too? You know what? No, I've had enough of this. I'm not just a simple person you can throw around to go do stuff. Okay? Goodbye. Okay, what do you want, man? Moon moth. Day 29 was special because Neppy helped me clear the whirlpools surrounding Azoria, which meant the era of the whirlpool was done. What also made it special is that it was the start of summer. Each season in Fae Farm lasts 28 days, a number which would dictate the rest of my playthrough. There were also new people in the calendar, and it didn't stop there. The Whirlpool era's end combined with the new season meant a plethora of things to be explored. I also met the Wisp mother, the Wisp mother, and she told me her story. We're gonna get murdered. Hello. It's about time that we met. They call me the Wisp mother, and this island is under my care. I must admit, I haven't been doing such a great job. Yeah! Sorry. The sprites have had their way long enough. I've been watching you since you arrived and I think you may be able to help. Come see me, and I'll tell you more about the island. There's more to Azoria than what you've seen. You'll need to use the vortex spell to clear the way.
Chapter 4! The Gate to Another Realm.
Okay. After all my hard work with Neppy, I got a new staff, and I also got a new spell, the vortex spell, which lets me do this. Better watch out, Azorians. I'm about to get payback for all the fetch quests you made me do. Yeah. Day 30, I talked to the Wisp mother in real life and found out that yes, she was indeed not a catfish, which is good, for reasons unsaid. Now, she didn't want me to do any clapping, but she did want me to get some materials from bugs, or from the critters, which means that I can actually use the bug net and utilize the critters, which is nice, because until now, I haven't really done anything with them. Wait. If there are technically 3 races, the humans, elves, the people with the wings, and the sprites, which is just me categorizing Neppy and the Wisp mother into one neat little category, all of which are technically Azorian, were there past conflicts? Are there elves on other islands? Is the whole Fae Farm universe an archipelago? Like, or does our story just happen to be on this rather small magical island? Like, is everything outside of this island regular? Like modern day 2023 bustling cities? Or is it like fantasy-like, and just this one little town or island could be like behind the, you know, is the world outside this island safe? Like, what if everything I'm doing is just a dream, and in reality, the elves have enslaved humanity, and I've fallen for the tricks? Like, what if I was actually a protagonist, a hero, and I got seduced by the Wisp mother, and now humanity's dead because she called me in my sleep, and I was like, okay, sure, mommy, yeah, I'll come. Food for thought. Day 31, I bought a woolly horn, and yeah, it's too big for the chicken cottontail coop, but that's because I unlocked a larger housing for woolly horns and mamus. Pretty sure I don't have to tell you guys what those two produce. Job quests had also been unlocked and are thankfully not just fetch quests, although their rewards do seem a little meh compared to what you actually do. Besides that, it was nice to have side quests for my side quests. There's also shipping contracts, but that's basically just selling a specific item in bulk before a certain amount of time. I tried doing Cleo's first, which was to find a bathing pond, specifically her favorite one, but unfortunately that's not PG, and I also couldn't find it. So no luck there. So instead of doing Cleo's quests, I did Nessa's quests, which were fine until I ran into the wall, which was to get fish from the Fae Realm, which I had never even heard of until this point. So I talked to some trees instead. Day 32, I convinced some critters to give me their goodies. Don't worry, it was all ethical. Yeah, that's the word. And I got wings from the Fae Mother. I don't even know how I lived without these majestic babies, but they weren't free. Oh no. The Wisp Mother wanted us to collect some gems for her, which I'll do on day 33. I harvested some yummy Wami carrots and worked on Cinder's job quest, which was mining. Low-key wish I had read her job quest earlier because I was burning daylight mining ores I no longer needed. It wasn't all bad though because I got to try out my vortex spell and jumbles, and if you say this breaks some laws, well, I never read the Azoria convention, if there ever was one. Besides some potential war crimes I'll never admit to, I paid off my debt to the Wisp Mother with some shiny gems, and thus ended chapter 4. For real though, she needed these gems to make a portal to the Fae Realm. Don't know if she's just, you know, conning me, but apparently she needs these gems, which is why I got them. Day 34 opened up with the Fae Realm. Opening up, and the beginning of chapter 5. I sort of lost my mind thinking that friend quests were broken, but I've concluded that friend quests you've accepted simply disappear after day has ended. Maybe I'm just coping, I don't know. After questioning my relationships and their existence, I entered the Fae Realm and died. Yeah, you see this greenish fog? Called miasma. Not good for your lungs. After the out-of-body experience, I talked with an alpha alchemist and now know how to make potions. Only the helpful ones though, none of the fun ones. Day 35 was when the first baby woolly horn entered our family. Cute. Also, bees. Then I got the final upgrade for my backpack. Can't you just smell all that beautiful backpack space? I also sent for Pyria. Yes, look into my closed eyes like that. After resisting temptation, I enslaved the local critters in the Fae Realm and did some Fae fishing. Are you proud of me, Nessa? Say yes. Day 36, I woke up and found that not even my bees love me, as they had disappeared. But don't worry, because I saved a few and I keep them in a jar. That's not how you sing it, but we're going with it. We also unlocked the Fae Critter Station. There, it's all gonna be mine. Day 37, I harvested some artichokes instead of attending to my parental obligations and sent a mammoth to the breeder. Then I built the potion stand and the potion ingredients stand. I know, I'm a genius. Thank you. Day 38, I did Nessa's Fae Fish quest and explored the floating ruins, which would become my new mining spot. Oh, and you know how saltwater had that one pressure plate for me to get like to the next floor? Well, the ruins have 2 of these magic orbs that you have to find by chance. I don't mean anything by telling you, I just want you to share in my struggle. Day 39 began with me smelting Faerite ore, which I had found in the floating ruins, and then realized my entire life was a lie because the storage shed I mentioned earlier. Yeah, remember this? This one. The specific one. It can automatically expand its storage. So if I do the math, 1 plus 1 plus all that good stuff, that means that for 39 days, I've been limiting myself without even knowing to just my backpack and what you see when you open this shed. I also tried upgrading my pickaxe, but Cinder told me she didn't like how I swung my shaft, so that was a no-go. Then I finished my first shipping order and freaked out because I couldn't find Pyria, a slab crab, that she really, probably maybe wanted from the Fae Realm. Day 40 was pretty normal. Didn't really do much. Pyria sent me a letter. She wants to go on a date. Woo! I'm here, Pyria. I'm here. You've been venturing all over Azoria, haven't you? Solving calamities and all that. Don't be modest. I've seen your work. It's good. That's why I wanted to ask you to be my research assistant, of a sort. See, I've always had an affinity for natural disasters, but I've only read about them in books. I'm more of an indoors person. I never get to see them up close. Right, that's why I wanted to chat with you. I know you're always up close and personal with Azoria's disasters. I want to hear about your adventures, straight from the source. In return, I can share my insight with you. Maybe it'll help you out. What do you say? Perfect. I can't wait to hear all your stories. Yes! I say yes! Yes! Fires raging, oceans rising, avalanches rushing down the cliffs. It all sounds so wonderful. Anyway, that's all I had to say. You're free to leave whenever. Huh? You thought this would be a date? Did you want it to be a date? Oh, that is a rough step. That is a rough spot to be. She's lying. She's an introvert. That's how they act. Guess what? I just went on a date. Well, actually, it wasn't really a date because she's an introvert, but I think she likes me. She wants me to be her assistant. Nessa. Are you listening to me, Nessa? Nessa? Oh, Nessa doesn't love me. You know what, Nessa? Fine. Maybe I'll tell Jade. Maybe Jade will listen to me, huh? Jade! I talked to Piria, and then we went in the woods, and then we talked, and she wants me to be her research assistant. I think she really likes me, but she said she doesn't like me. She said it wasn't even a date. And I said, Jade, what do you think? No one cares. Day 41, I milked Burger, my Mamu. Don't ask questions. Went on a date with Argyle, but now I'm kind of iffy because they think that we're dating, even though I never specifically confirmed that we are, but that's too much to deal with, so instead, I built an artisan table that lets me package raw materials into what are called refined goods. Also, despite my raw dislike for Aspen, I talked to him about upgrading my house, and he only reinforced my dislike because he told me I was too poor to afford his services. Fine, Aspen. I'll take my business elsewhere. Day 42, I got a letter from Argyle, and before I went on a date with them, I got my emojis ready. And then once I was ready, both physically and mentally, and most definitely emotionally, because I felt like Argyle was never going to comment on my dress, I went on my third date with them. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, Argyle. I don't want to lead you on, so I just want to say you're a great guy, person. We don't actually know your affiliation. Never even thought about that. But yes, you're a great person. I love your frogs. I love to talk about frogs. You know what? Okay, fine. You know, you've convinced me. We'll go on one more date. Hi, thanks for coming. I got us a little table. So, have you seen any neat frogs recently? It's funny that something that I find so fascinating can be totally boring to someone else. My aunt always says to read the room when I start rambling for too long. I asked what that meant, and she said that you can tell from people's faces and body language if they're interested in what you're saying. I have since discovered that I'm very bad at reading the room. I know that I don't need to always listen to what other people say, but it's hard when that advice is coming from your friends or society or your family. No. Don't get me wrong. I have a good aunt. She just doesn't always understand me, but she always makes sure to let me know that she loves me. Oh yes, she's a very good aunt. But some of her advice doesn't always work for me, and that's okay. I once read a book that said not every size fits all. One thing that bothers me though is her insistence on having a real job. She doesn't think that I can make a living with my frogs. She also says I would be wasting my talents if I stopped making my pottery. I don't want to waste anything, but it doesn't bring me joy. Not like the frogs do. Yeah, it's tough to know what's the right thing to do, but I'm sure I'll figure it out. Hey, let's grab a little dessert before you head out. I've heard that Frida makes really good pies. Alright. Moment enjoyed. Moment collected in my brain. Moment over. Day 43, I made some dough off of mining while I was also progressing through Cinder's job quests. Then I spent some quality time with Piria, who loves me, and by that I mean I gave her some items to make her love me. Had you in that first half though, didn't I? Day 44, I went on my second date with Piria. Oh yeah! Bah, bah. Oh, we're by the seaside. I don't think we've seen this one yet, have we? Hey, how have you been, Hero Biz? Oh, me? Lately I've been a bit wistful. I found an old book about disasters at sea, and it's got me feeling some kind of way. Just imagine the cold, dark depths of the sea. It's like an infinite, watery tomb. You trying to cheer me up? Thanks, but I'm good. What I'm feeling doesn't need a cure. Sometimes I just like to feel melancholy. Don't you ever just sit around and ponder? Huh? Really? Then, you want to try it now? Alright, just look out at the sea. Breathe the ocean air. Think for a moment about all the lost things beneath the waves. You feel it now, right? What do you think? You're just too cheerful. Well, thanks for giving it a shot. So how was that for a date? And found someone absolutely enjoying their time on Azoria. Oh, I also checked in on Neppy. Still sleeping. Whoever made them their meal must be a great chef. I don't know them though, so like, if you see them, tell them they did a good job. Yeah. On day 45, one of my cottontails, Pwing, came to say hi. Oh, what was that? Ah, gotcha. Don't worry, Pwing. I'll tell him. So, Pwing said to subscribe and like the video if you haven't already. I then made fodder for my starving big uns because they eat a type of grain that's different from my small ones. I guess they also like their grains crunchy if they're eating shell bits. It's a really weird recipe for fodder, if you ask me. But I'm not I am a professional. Actually, this is exactly what they eat. I don't think it's weird. Day 46. Money, hey, money. Pwing came to say hi again. Look at him, he's so adorable. After the cuteness that was Pwing, I finished upgrading my tools to Fae and upgrading my house. There we go. Upgraded my house. And progressed through Cinder's job quests. Day 47, I did a quest for Alaric. Don't even remember what it was, though. Maybe I fed him again or something. Day 48, I went mining. You know the drill. Well, now I actually wish I had a drill. That would make life a lot easier. Why don't we have magic drills? We have magic. Okay, I won't ask any questions. While mining, we ran into a harp jumble that can heal its friends. And we found some sporeweed. And another jumble. This time it was a statue that really wanted my head, among other things. Day 49. Carrots! Turns out that sporeweed is actually a potion crafting essential. So not as useful as I want it to be, but useful enough. I then got to work on making some seals so that I didn't have to get my steps in every day. And you see these? I can cut them down! It's a new wood type and I've been brazing past them for a while without a clue. I wonder what else I've missed. Day 50. Eggplants! Also, don't tell anyone, but I had to replace Pwing with Pwing. Shh, it's a secret. Now, I haven't mentioned it, but the cool thing about a favorite pickaxe is that I can mine silver, which would be even cooler if I could tell the difference. Oh, screw it, I'm mining it all. I mean, look at this. Silver, ferrite. Silver, ferrite. Silver, what's the difference? I can't tell. But while I was busy deciphering the atomic structures of ferrite and silver, I got bullied by statues. I mean, these things do not lie. They literally... They're just bullies. Day 51, I talked to Pyria to retain what sanity I had left after... well, this. Eddie's also got an event coming up similar to Merit's Festival, so that should be fun. It'd be a shame if I forgot about it and had to scrounge like crazy to attend it. Nah. Day 52, I teleported to the Fae realm for the first time. It was pure bliss not having to walk that far. Absolutely amazing. And I haven't shown it in a while, so here's some footage of me placing some seals so you and I can skip long drags of footage where nothing happens. Oh yeah, almost forgot. Who am I kidding? This was the highlight of the day. I went on a real date with Pyria. I don't know why I used the word real. They've all been real. But, you know, besides that, if you've made it this far, thank you for watching. Still got 47 days. Come on. Question. Have you ever thought about the innate romance of dormant volcanoes? You can wait and wonder when they'll erupt, but it'll never be when you expect. And when they explode, the lava destroys everything in its path. Just like love. Oh gosh. I'm guessing that last line didn't hit. It did. Oh, you know why? You want to know why I like disasters? I guess it's because I hate when things are too perfect. It's interesting when things don't go how we expect. Beautiful, even. And you know what I mean? Maybe you don't. I see. You just don't want anyone to get hurt. That's a fair perspective. It's not like I actually want that either. Well, think of it this way. In a novel, something always has to go wrong to shake up the status quo. And then, just when things look hopeless, the hero appears to save the day. That's you. When disaster strikes, you're the kind of person who's there to fix it. And a good story needs both. Oh no, is she gonna dump us? I think she's gonna dump us. What are you not telling us, Pyria? Tell me! Day 53. Pears. Last time. I promise. Maybe. It was on day 53 that I came across the strongest magic I've ever witnessed. A jar of bees. Okay then, yeah, we'll save that for later. Day 54, I got 2 letters. One from Pyria and one from Argyle. At this point, I think it's pretty obvious who I'm choosing. It's Argyle, of course. I'm kidding, I'm on the Pyria gang, let's go! Day 55, I correctly used a jar of bees and barely finished Eddie's festival quests because I have the memory of an elephant. That's right, an elephant. Or Oliphant if you're from Lord of the Rings. Day 56, I tested out a potion of sadness. Hilarious name aside, I have loved the potion and food effects this game has. It's just, you know, it gives the game a little bit more depth than what it seems like on the surface. The potion of sadness made watering plants ridiculously easy, and then I visited Eddie's festival shop, beefed myself up with some combat potions so I could get revenge on the jumble who had bullied me before, and reached floor 25 of the floating ruins. I know! A home-cooked meal! The smell will make up for a lack of decoration. Fetch me these ingredients post-haste. Oh my gosh, we are doing another... These things just like to eat food, don't they, huh? Okay, alright. On day 57, fall began, and with that, I decided that I should live up to the game's name. You know, it's called Fae Farm. So I thought about it really hard, and ended up just relaxing with Pyria on a third date. Third date? Fourth date? Oh god, she's gonna kill me. Hey there, little light. How's it going? Stop right there. I don't want to hear about a disaster today. I asked how you are. I mean, I appreciate you sharing my interests, but lately I've been more interested in you. Well, I'm interested in the way you think. You're just so different from me. Just tell me what you want, Pyria. You always want to grow things and help people. You have such a warm smile and you bring light wherever you go. It's strange. Those things you used to bother me, and it never felt genuine when people said them before. But coming from you, it's just real. I don't hate it. Maybe I could research you sometime? Ooh, personally? Intimately? In a room that's closed and locked? Okay. Talking works too. So then, why don't we talk about your adventures? Not just the disaster parts. Everything. This is pretty. Where is this? Why can't I see this in the regular map? Also, if you're wondering, that was the 4th date. She's still gonna kill me though. Leave me a message at the tone. Beep. Okay, but for real, I did end up getting seeds so I could begin fall in a strong manner. Also, we now have hydro soil beds which keep plants watered for a day extra. Yay! Even less manual labor.
Day 58. Fog. Day 59 was one of action. I gave Volatile, the sprite who had created the miasma in the Fae realm, the materials he needed to push it back.
Set up like on day 60, Volatile removed the miasma and the Fae realm became populated once more. We also talked to this Marquis fellow. He's pretty much what you'd expect. But he did give us free land in the Fae realm, so that was pretty nice. As expected, with the fall of the miasma, new areas had been unlocked, and I explored the frozen lands. Nothing too crazy besides the dark fog which we had to clear with the vortex spell, and the critters here were, you know, the winter variety. And different, in some ways. Hi. You're here? Behold. I hope you're not cold. Goodbye. Oh, you can actually fall into this. Whoa, why have I never tried that? Okay. So you're the Fae dude for this place. Good to know. Oh, textures. Ooh. Oh, that looks like a lucid trip. Okay. This way to the scorched caverns. Okay. How do I deal with you? Well, she's right there. I can see her. No, there's gotta be a way. I can get over here. I can get over to her. Nope. Okay, there's an invisible wall. We will see Igni later. On day 61, chapter 6 began. I got a letter from Frida who asked me to get some frost thistles from the frozen plateau, and I went on my 4th day of Argyle. But again, we all know who's kind of winning that one. Not kinda. Heavily winning. However, after realizing Argyle might come for revenge, I talked to Drac and took on his combat job quests. This way I was reducing the jumbo population and getting stronger. Killed 2 birds with 1 staff. Day 62, I was feeling a little extravagant and braggy, so I want you all to see my maxed out coop. Only took 62 days, but all of my chicos and cocktails are finally at max happiness. I also spent some more time enjoying the axe throw, only to realize it's actually a little slower than just chopping the trees down since I've gotten so much stronger. Maybe that's for the best, huh? Day 63, I upgraded the last of my tools to silver. Look at these shiny babies. I can almost taste the profit. I traveled to the Fae realm and met the Fae animal breeders who would be essential, as Spriggans dropped the leaves I needed for Fae soil beds and Lunans for silk, which I needed for advanced furniture. I also tried talking to the Wisp Mother to see if her dialogue options had changed, but they had not.
You're just an empty shell, Wisp Mother. Even I have more character than you, and I don't even talk.
My character. I talk all the time. Day 64 was literally just trying to reorganize my farm into a nice little field community, and I also came across some bugs. Not critters, but literal game bugs. For example, I couldn't rotate some workstations or move them, so that was fun. Day 65, I turned in a few combat quests to Drac and went north to progress the main story. Also, this guy's main storyline quest is to get him milk tea. I just thought that was funny, and I should point that out, but yes, okay, the rest of the video. I also had a big brain moment and planted fruit trees for every season all at once so that I could harvest them more than once a season. If you're wondering, they take about 12 days to grow and grow fruit every 4 days or something like that, so it's not that much if you plant it according to the season. Yeah, I know. I'm pretty smart. Thanks. Day 66. Pyria wants to talk? Hi, Josh. Thanks for coming out to meet me. I have something to tell you. When I came to Azoria, I left behind everyone I knew. I didn't mind it much back home. Back home, they never really understood me anyway. I was fine being alone. I liked myself, and I was content with the way things were. But something's changed. Lately, I've been looking up at the stars a lot and smiling. I can't stop thinking about all the time we've spent together. I've been looking forward to every time we talk. You're like a novel I can't put down. I guess I can't help wanting to be more than alone. You see it too, don't you? How complimentary we are? I hate to admit it, but every sunset needs a dawn. Yes, I'm saying I love you. Oh, see how much you're making me smile? That's got to be illegal. I just have one last request for you, my sunshine. My sunshine. Let's be together for as long as we can. And I went on the supposedly last date with Pyria. I don't think my heart could take it. To prepare for the future, I got some milk for milk tea and appreciated falls. Rainfall. I then talked to the Blizzard Yeti. Day 67, I harvested crops in bulk because I'm not an amateur. I'm a Fae farmer. And as a true Fae farmer, I finished buying the last of the Fae animals for future profit. Also, look at this. It's so freaking cute. Just want to eat them.
Oh, it's cute.
Yeah, you heard that right. Day 68, I collected my first harvest from the Fae animals, started planting the first of the Fae crops, which still involved magical fertilizer, but on crops planted on Fae soil beds. So nothing too crazy. Day 69, very nice. I began the painful process of breeding Fae animals. But to put it bluntly, from this point onwards, breeding either Azorian or Fae animals just didn't work. Day 70, I prepped my pumpkin patch face. That actually sounds more terrifying than it really looks, but that's what I'm calling it. Day 71, I bought the master critter net, but that doesn't matter because I can get engaged to Pyria. I don't know why I laughed. That sounded like I have bad intentions. No, it's supposed to be woohoo, Josh. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Woohoo! Day 72. Cabbages! And a frostbeet harvest. These things. I do not like frostbeets. Probably because I'm starved for time. If not, these probably wouldn't have been that bad. Day 73, I made enough money for a marriage license to... Pyria! So I talked to Merritt about the license, bought it, and then she sent out an invite to all the other Azorians. This is official now, baby. Day 74, I mined. Hell nah, I'm just kidding. I got married! Welcome all, Azorian friends. Isn't it amazing that our old town hall can host such a beautiful wedding? And for such a lovely couple. It reminds me of the old days on the island. Isn't it wonderful that love always persists? Oh, I could cry. Pyria, okay. Oops, look at me rambling on. Josh and Pyria, what an honor to bring you two together in marriage. I've hardly seen such a well-suited pair. Pyria, you had some words prepared? Feel free to share them now. You've made me happier than I ever thought possible. Whether it's sunbeams or hurricanes, I look forward to the rest of our days. Beautifully said. Beautifully said, Pyria. Well then, in front of friends, family, and community, I pronounce you two married. Woohoo! Yeah, party! So does she still wander around the island? Or does she actually stay at our place now? Oh, wait. You actually... Hold up. You actually came out of my house. What that? Wait, whoa. What? So you do chill on the land. Need help? No? Okay, that's cool. Did she move in? Hold up. Does she have stuff around the place now? I didn't even see her when I woke up. What the heck? A little terrified now. No, nothing's changed. Okay. Well, I hope she takes this bed, because I like this bed the most. It's on the floor, but I like it. But in celebration of our union, I just chilled with her until the day ended. It was actually really calming. I liked it. Day 76, I caught Pyria shy singing. Oh my freaking gosh, it's so cute. After overdosing on her cuteness, I decided to sprinkle some bounteas and zippy fertilizer on my crops. The former made it so crops had a chance of producing more than one drop, and the latter had a chance of speeding up the crop's growth. And to end the day off, I happily harvested the Fae magical variant of cauliflower, Flameheart. I also don't like this plant much due to this challenge's time frame. Cluck you, Flameheart. Day 77, I spiced up the house a bit. I can't let Pyria live in a barren place. That just ain't right. You know, I took a vow. I'm gonna live up to that vow. On day 78, I love you, Pyria! I gave Greedy Grell all the items he had asked for and got a ride on what is probably my new favorite critter. These things are adorable, and I love them. And they give me free rides. It's amazing. I also attempted to defeat the firewall with the magic I had since I didn't have any mana last time. It did not work. Day 79, I got a new enchanted staff, ate with Grell, and dispelled the blizzard it had put on the mountain in the first place. I'm starting to sense a pattern here. These sprites are kind of fucked up. I also lined up my cabbages and told them how disappointed I was in them because I could have used them literally the day earlier to help quell Grell's stomach. After all that, I harvested the Fae variation of beans and got Frost Thistle, and finally, after all this time, gave it free to the Frost Thistle she had asked for, which has started this tidal wave of emotions. You know, Pyria's a little embarrassed that I mentioned this, but I also tried upgrading our house and nobody was at the town square. But that's fine. I found my peace. Pyria loves me. I love Pyria. All we need. On day 80, chapter 7 began, but that's not news to you. You know how this goes. With the new chapter meant new gear, and new gear meant getting a master fishing rod. Not that I was going to use it much, but it was nice to have, you know? Especially for flexing. I also tried taking advantage of the food and their bonus effects, and as always, higher tier food makes a much bigger impact than lower tier food. Probably should have used this more throughout the playthrough, but that's fine. I also upgraded our house. Because, you know, I'm balling like that. Day 81 started with me checking out our house. Pretty sure this is the last upgrade to the house, but, you know, never know. I did my last harvest of the season, talked to Holly about her festival, the Seed and Soil Festival, finished all of its quests, and talked to Orlick once more. He had a master plan, which we heavily convinced him to follow, to start a business, and we were to advertise it to the Marquis. After talking to the Marquis, he wanted us to talk to Igni because the volcano she lives literal inches from is, it's not in a good mood. So I tried getting to Igni, the elf behind the Clump of Flame, once again to no avail. However, I thought my problem was a lack of potions, so I actually placed a mountain critter station in hopes that it would bring to light new ingredients I would need to get past the flame roadblock. Day 82 is mainly just me tearing my hair out because I'm trying to get past the Clump of Flame with potions, but it turns out my big brain potion idea was actually small brain because it was the spell that came with my new staff, Charm. This is what worked on the Clump actually being a group of critters that were highly flamey. I prepped myself for the volcano adventure, which would start tomorrow and would hopefully be the last chapter of the story. I started day 83 by letting loose the cyclone spell to relieve some stress. So satisfying. Then I kissed Pyria goodbye and entered the volcano. It's pretty much all the same routine besides a new door opening system, which required me to drag a molten core to a specific spot, which, once lit, opened the door. Day 84, I checked out the Seed and Soil Festival. Nothing too crazy besides a few outfits that I will never get because I didn't have the resources to buy them. All I wanted were fox ears. With day 85 came winter, because winter is coming. Nothing too crazy about it besides a new rotation of crops, critters, and, well, you know, weather. Also, it turns out that Fae Farm crops are not yearly, which I know seems obvious, but what isn't cool is that they literally just grow into the same crop variety, and my brain is just, why? And even right now, as I'm reading the script, my brain is still, but why? But why? On day 86, I accidentally broke my artisan table by accidentally mining a stone that had spawned underneath it because every season spawns in randomly placed resources such as logs, stumps, stones, and so on. I just happened to accidentally break my artisan table by accidentally hitting the stone that had accidentally spawned underneath it because I feel like that shouldn't even work. But what do I know? I'm not a game designer. Day 87, I mined. I know. Very interesting. Day 88, I harvested my first winter crops. And mined. I know. Very interesting. Day 89, I mined. I know. Very, very interesting. Day 90, say it with me now. Mind away, mind away, mind. Day 91, I found out Pyria can cook. I mean, crap, she can cook without a fire as well. She really is the magical woman I fell in love with all those years ago. Then I went to Cinder and made a backroom deal for her to upgrade my pickaxe to the final level. Gold. I was honestly expecting something more creative, but that's fine, I guess. Gold is fine. Maybe I've just played too much Minecraft, you know? I spent the rest of the day speedrunning to floor 25 and talked to Flammo, the sprite of the volcano. Flammo's basically just a baby. Day 92 was spent getting all the resources this little flamer wanted, those being ancient logs, coal, fireweed, flame salt, and flame hearts, which I didn't nearly have enough of and why I dislike them because their growth cycle is like right between long and short. It's uncomfortable. Day 93, I sat down and enjoyed my stay sane dose of Pyria. I also sacrificed some ancient lumber to raise my stats. I mean, would I even be human if I wasn't sacrificing trees for my own personal gain? I think not. Day 94, I used Zippy Fertilizer on my growing flame hearts because it seems like my head is made of air and I forgot Zippy Fertilizer existed. Just speed it up, Josh. I also mined some more gold because I want to inflate the Azorian economy. On day 95, I got the last type of wood in Azoria in existence, which was really just a flux at this point, and I also maxed out mining. I then contemplated skill maxing as many skills as possible with the few days I had left, but that's just too much work right now, the time I have, so nope, I'm out, nope. On day 96, I found my second lover, the golden watering can. This is my baby. Alright, don't touch it. It's gotten me through a lot of hard times. Also, if anyone's wondering, Fae Magic Fertilizer Beans are acorn squash, which is awesome because I love squash. Like in real life, I love eating it. It's amazing. If you haven't tried squash, eat it. On day 97, I harvested the flame hearts, which meant I can now talk to Flammo. On day 98, Flammo calmed down the volcano, and I upgraded all my tools to gold. Then I talked to the Wisp Mother, who had a quest for me, which I promptly did. However, at this point, my social battery was pretty much drained, but she made me talk to Igni, the Marquis, who we still find hard to like, and just like with Eddie's festival, barely finished Zydo's Fae Festival quests. Literally sweating towards the end, like in real life. Whew. I think I forgot to mention him, but I got a letter from him, and that's how we know about him. On day 99, I went to the Wisp Mother, and she had another quest for me, which I freaking did because apparently no one in Azoria knows how to walk. And if I sound spiteful, it's because this is getting kind of dragged out. I feel like there shouldn't be this many quests towards the end of the chapter. Ah. Then before I went to sleep, I told Pyria I love her one last time. Day 100 was the end of the story. A bit anticlimactic, but we made it by the skin of my forehead. This is what my farm looks like, and that's it. That's Fae Farm. Oh, and here's the inside. Very organized. I know you all like it this way. I also spent another 2 days to get the crystal staff, which took me even longer to get because I didn't scroll down when accepting the quest from the the Wisp Mother, which meant I went to her with a few polished gemstones missing. You know, I used to like her, but now she's just the Wisp Mom. Yeah. Anyways, that has been my 100 days of Fae Farm. If you guys have made it this far, thank you so much for spending time out of your day to watch. I hope you enjoyed and have a great rest of your day and your night and your morning and your evening and or midnight. Bye-bye. Leave a like.
Yeah.
Subscribe to the channel. You don't have to,
Oh, yeah.
but you should.